What's up guys, my name is Gabe, a certified personal trainer and a weightlifting athlete from GG Lifts, and this is how to snatch. We'll be going over mobility demands for the lift, proper warm-up drills, movement comprehension so you know exactly what to do for each part of the lift, and finally we'll put it all together. I'll give you guys drills so you can actually practice the movement. I'll be leaving timestamps in the description, so if you need to skip to parts that are relevant to you, go ahead and do so. We'll get started right now. So before you even start snatching, you want to make sure you have enough mobility to get into the positions, or it could end very badly. Generally speaking, you'd want enough mobility to get into a overhead squat. If you are able to, you should have enough mobility to perform a snatch. If you need to work on your mobility, focus on your T-spine, shoulder, hip, and ankle mobility. Alright folks, we're going to be putting our body into extreme ranges. These warm-ups are important. This is just a drill that I like to do. It includes every quote-unquote micro movements involved in the snatch. Starting off with 10 snatch grip high pulls, then 10 snatch grip overhead presses, good amount of reps on high bar squats, some kind of hip hinge movement, RDL or good mornings, doesn't really matter. Then I would do any stretching, foam rolling, or loaded mobility work here. Then after that, you are ready to lift. Alright guys, the snatch has 3 different parts, usually called the 3 pulls. First pull is ground to power position. It is usually right above the knee or a little bit higher. It is basically your body's most optimal position to generate upwards force. The second pull is power position to triple extension. You want to drive straight up with your legs and keep the bar nice and close. Perform this part aggressively since it is responsible for gaining height on the bar. So the third pull is different in that you're actually using the bar's weight as counterweight to pull yourself underneath the bar into the catch position. Once the bar is overhead and you're in your catch position, push up against the bar continuously. And we're going to put it all together seamlessly, and voila, snatch. And next we got side view and cues. So the first pull, I'm thinking about maintaining position and driving through my midfoot. Second pull, still driving through the midfoot all the way to the finish. Keep that bar close and pull it straight up, not back. While you're dropping, pull yourself under the bar into your catch position and push against the bar as hard as you can. You should be pushing into the bar until the lift is finished. Alright guys, you guys made it to the last part. Hopefully everything made complete sense so far. If not, well I don't know what to tell you. No, I'm just kidding. The snatch is a very complicated movement with a lot of different parts. So it should be a little confusing. If you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comment section down below and we'll answer any questions. We might even make a video about it in the future. Also, if you're liking the content so far and you got some value out of it, please leave us a like, it'll help us out a lot. And subscribe for more content like this and lifting vlogs. But moving on, it is possible for you to learn the lift by just doing the full lift over and over again, correcting mistakes on the way. I don't recommend it for everyone because it takes a certain level of athleticism, visual learning, and proprioception to properly learn it that way. For most people, I recommend breaking up the movement. Alright, if you are a beginner, we're going to work up to the full snatch. First pull, bring it back down. We're going to pause at the knee. We're going to go second pull. Then we're going to put these two together. We're going to practice the third pull. So get into your second pull position, finish, and third pull. Bring that down. And once you're comfortable with those parts, try to put it all together into the full lift. And boom. Cool. Once you're a little more comfortable with all those parts, you can basically separate the lift into 2 parts, the pull and the turnover. And what I mean by the pull is just the first and the second pull put together. And you can really practice these by doing pull variations such as the snatch high pull like I'm doing here, And you're going to focus on keeping position and finishing vertically. And the next part will be the turnover, which is mostly handled by the arms. You can practice that mechanic and timing with muscle snatches, like I'm doing here. Basically extending like you would the regular lift, but you're not dropping down. You're just pulling vertical and then pressing straight up. And to make it a little more applicable, we can switch to hip snatches where you're eliminating half the lift, so you can really focus on that turnover. What's cool about these is you can get the sensation of pulling heavy weight with lighter weights. And once you're comfortable with those, you can upgrade to the tall snatch. This is no leg drive, all arm mechanic. So these are pretty hard. You want to start by going up on your toes and just drop down and turn over. Once you're good at these, your turnover or third pull will be on point. Alright, once those parts are fairly comfortable, feel free to train that full lift. I'll give you guys a simple routine to follow. Basically, day 1, you're going to focus on strength and position, stuff like snatch pulls, back squats, overhead squats, 90% to 110% of your snatch. Day 2, light technique work, stuff like stay snatches, hang snatches, and tall snatches. And day 3, go ahead and do the full lift, about 80 to 100%. Feel free to fit this into your program. My final words to you, the snatch is probably the hardest barbell lift that you'll ever learn. So give yourself some time, be patient, and keep going, and you'll be just fine. Alright guys, see you in the next one.